Hey everyone, Mariana here. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I'm so excited to film this video because I did something pretty monumental recently, which is I got a tattoo. This is my first tattoo and it was a pretty interesting experience. Everything went well. I'm so happy with it. By the time I post this video, it'll be probably like a week out. So everything's been going like really well and really smoothly and I'm so happy with it. I want to obviously show you guys, but also kind of explain the meaning of it, also share some background information about the studio I went to because they were fantastic with it. So yeah, if you're interested to hear about my first tattoo, keep watching. So I guess I'll start with like background on it first. So I've wanted a tattoo probably since I like started college, but thankfully I had family and friends around me that were like, okay, but you really should like think about it because it's a permanent thing on your body. I just like do it on a whim and then regret it later. So thank you to those people. But over the last couple of years, I found this one design by this one artist that I really liked, and it was a picture of someone that I very much idolize and would want on my body permanently. And what I was really happy about too is that I got like my mom around on it. Like my mom originally was not a tattoo person. She was very opposed to it. Kind of turned into this thing of like, oh, you can only get one and that's it and blah 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 blah. Where now she's like so gung-ho with it. She loves it. She very much pushed me to get this design like sooner rather than later. And I'm so happy for that. I mean, her approval on it really means a lot to me and you'll see why. Originally I found this design. I'm able to trace it back to this tattoo artist, but I soon learned that she was very famous and you know it costs a lot of money, which good tattoos do, and that's an important thing to keep in mind. Like if you want a good tattoo you have to spend the money, and I knew that, but it was still a little bit out of my price range. But the biggest issue is the booking situation with her worked where even if you got your information in on time, she ultimately was the one who picked like who she was tattooing, which she has every right to, and I totally get that. It's just after 6 months of getting it in on time every time and never being picked, it kind of lowered my confidence and my self-esteem about it. So when I got this opportunity where I had a couple of friends go to this other guy at this other studio and they were like, he's really reliable, he does a great job, and it's really reasonably priced, I kind of was just like, you know what, I feel like 2019 is the year. This is the year of just me doing things for me, and I was like, I really want this. So I just went through with it, and I did a consultation meeting first, which I think is smart to always do. And it was really nice to like go to the studio and see how clean and nice it was, and to meet him and kind of go over the design and what I wanted and what he thought would be cool and pricing and everything. So that was definitely a smart idea. And then after that, I honestly thought that I wasn't going to get it for maybe another like week or two. But then he said, you know, I have availability literally the next day, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's just go for it because it's now or never, you know? So I was really excited, and what was really nice was I was able to be with my mom like beforehand, and then she kind of let me go, and then I met up with my 2 friends from college who came, and they were there for me holding my hand the entire time and talking my ear off. I have to go into like the actual tattoo. Well, quick disclaimer, that tattoo place is called Blind Reason Tattoo. It's on Elizabeth Street in like Lower East Village. I'm gonna link their website down below if people are interested in going to their studio, which I very much highly recommend. So now let's actually take a look at the tattoo. So as you guys can see, the tattoo is a line drawing of Frida Kahlo. She is a Mexican female artist that I absolutely adore and love. I think most people know who Frida Kahlo is. She has been a childhood hero of mine literally since I could remember. I mean, like, I had one family friend that had so many like copies obviously of her artwork like all over her house, and it was kind of my first real exposure to like fine art like that. And as I got older and decided that I wanted to be an artist, and as a female artist, I really just look up to her because she really paved the way for a lot of, you know, contemporary and even modern female artists. And anyone can tell you that like I literally am obsessed with her. I have pillows, I have books, I have bags, I have postcards in my room, like everything. My dream is to go to Mexico and like see her house, which is now a museum there. But also in the fine details, you can see that there is an MM and a CMM. So those are two initials to two other women in my life that are very important to me. And that is my grandmother, who's the MM. She's my mom's mom. I unfortunately never got to meet her, but I am named after her. Her name was Mariana, and that's obviously my name. And so that means a great amount of significance to me. And then the CMM is my mom's initials, because she has, because she's, well, my mom. I mean, like, this sounds probably so like cliche and cheesy, but she really is my best friend. She really is my rock. I mean, we joke all the time that in the perfect world, it could just be me, her, and our dog, and like we would be totally happy. I literally can spend every second with her. And she also is a big inspiration for me in that, she had me and my sister very young and kind of had to put her life on hold for us, which, any dedicated mother would do. But, she bounced back from it. That sounds kind of weird, but she did, she was like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to get back into the workforce and doing a job that I love. And she did that. And I mean, she started out as like, one of those lunch lady like paras to now working in one of the #1 all-boys school in New York as like one of their head like financial people. So kudos to my mom. Like, that kind of hard work is what I hope and strive to be like. I want to talk about quickly like why I picked this placement and like the pain and everything that went with it. So I picked this area because, how you say like you put your right hand over your heart, so the left side is very associated with your heart, which I'm pretty sure it's on the side too. So I wanted it to be in close proximity to my heart. I didn't realize though how like much I'm on my left side. It has been kind of difficult sleeping a little bit because I didn't realize that that's the side like I sleep on, like it goes towards my like wall, so that's what I'm more tempted to do, but it's okay, I'm fine with it. And I wanted it originally a little bit higher, but my tattoo artist was so smart and he was like, well, if you do it higher, then just a portion of her would be covered by your bra, and that portion could wear more than the other portion, like the bottom part, and then it would kind of make it like off kiltered with its like wearing away, because tattoos naturally just wear as your body, gets older and experiences life. That sounded so weird, but it's true, and it was a very good point, and I'm very happy he said that. So then we went a little bit lower, and at first I was a little scared too, because like how my body naturally is, my back kind of caves in at that point, like it kind of forms a little bit of a fat roll there, which is horrible to say, but it's true. And I remember that was something I struggled with for a while, and like, oh, I want to like lose all this weight first before I get the tattoo and blah 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 and all that. I will say, do not worry about that. Like, this is something that is so much more than like your body image. This should be something that's so like important and significant in your life. So don't get caught up in those things. Like, it's totally fine. Like, move on from it. Because another big perspective I have on tattoos, because I remember a lot of people were like, well, if you do in that area, like it's very close to your boobs, and like what happens, when you get like pregnant and like carry on with life and all those things. And my point of view on it is, my boobs are gonna get saggy like no matter if I had a tattoo or not. So why not throw a tattoo on right now that is meaningful to me and while my body looks good? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have to stop thinking about the long run to like hold you back and just be present in the moment and realize just like how important this is. So pain wise, I actually will have to say this was not that bad. It wasn't exactly on my ribs, but it was close to it, and that's supposed to be like one of the harder areas. I also will say that I have a pretty high pain tolerance. I had to get a couple surgeries when I was younger, so because of that, I've like definitely built an intolerance to it. But I definitely will say, like, what honestly scared me more was that the area was so tender in the sense that like I'm ticklish. So I was scared that there were points where he was holding my body in certain ways, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna like twitch or move because like I'm squirming or something. Or even there were moments too where like my friends were talking and I was laughing, and he was like, oh, okay, like you have to like calm down a bit because your diaphragm is so close to down there. So that was probably the only hard parts. I mean, there were a couple moments, as you can see in the designs, where the lines overlap, and in those little moments it kind of hurt. And in like the back piece, which like there's like one little piece that's like furthest towards my back, it honestly was like almost like in the crease of my fat roll, which sounds weird, and that one kind of hurt a little bit. But like I said, nothing to a degree where I was like, oh my god, I can't bear with this, you know. But you also have to remember too, like, I didn't get any shading, it's all completely line work. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think it really hurt that bad. I think it's very, very doable. I mean, again, definitely if you're getting a bigger piece with like more intense details, it's probably going to be a lot more pain to endure. But for a simple line piece in that area, it really, really was okay. I would honestly say it was more annoying than hurtful, you know, because my session lasted for an hour. I have friends that have done it for 2 or 3 hours, and they say that the pain, you know, it's more like irritating. It's more just like after a while you're like, okay, I get it, like, can we move on, you know? But yeah, but that's my tattoo. I absolutely love it. Big thanks to Blind Reason Studios, and thank you to also my tattoo artist Jason. You guys did such a great job and I'm in love with it. Comment down below what you guys think, maybe what tattoos you would get, and I definitely think I would maybe do another video talking about like tattoos I want to get in the future and stuff, because definitely now that I've done one, I think in the next round when I do it, I would vlog it. This time I didn't vlog because it was just so monumental and being my first one, and I didn't really know what to expect, that I think the next time around I'll definitely include you guys a little bit more in that. But I hope you liked this video. Give it a nice thumbs up and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Yeah, I'm really trying to be on this grind of posting 2 videos a week. We'll see how it goes. Bye!